So Space Marine 2 official PvE co-op mode gameplay reveal trailer, part of Skulls 2024. This was like their big marketing push where they're doing like all of the Warhammer related games on Steam or on sale. It's like a huge thing. If you guys don't know, I'm actually really into Warhammer. I actually just got my buddy Caleb picked it up for me, but I just got my Orc Codex for Du Bois. Just got it. I play the tabletop. I've shown you guys models before that I have as part of my like collection and stuff, because I play Warhammer 40k. We play the tabletop battle, whatever you'd call it. We have a wonderful time with it. I'm big into Warhammer. I like it. And this is an actual live service game that, well, not really live service. It's complicated. So the original Space Marine had single player and it also had multiplayer. It was like one of those old school games and shooters that had multiple different layers to it. And prior to this trailer, we thought Space Marine 2 was probably, hopefully, something similar, but it was just unclear. However, with this trailer, we now know it's going to have the single player campaign and it's going to have multiplayer stuff, and it looks pretty solid. This was originally slated for release at sometime in 2023, I believe, and then they delayed it. And it's funny because like summer of last year, I remember reaching out to them, and it was supposed to release relatively soon, and I reached out to the publisher, and I was like, hey, can I get on the review list for this? I'd love to cover the game because I'm a fan of Warhammer. And they, at the time, the game was supposed to be coming out soon, but they were like, oh yeah, when the time comes, we'll make sure to hook you up with that eventually. And the way that they were describing it was like, it's going to be in a while. So I think they knew they were going to have to delay it pretty heavily. And they ended up doing that. They delayed it by basically a year. But now we're actually seeing the trailer for the multiplayer stuff, and it looks like they've actually got something special on their hands.
We kill it. We break the synaptic connection.
They'd scatter like rats.
And if you're wrong, if it's not there, I cannot afford to throw men after a hunch. Give me 2 squads.
3 Space Marines. That's all I can spare. Brief them immediately.
Approaching drop zone.
Talassa, we are almost there. What is your status?
Drop complete. Moving to objective.
Acknowledged. Proceeding to relay.
Lassa on the march to take that Hive Tyrant's head.
Maintain Vox reports.
Clear that wall-climbing scum! Death to all Xenos! Now we end this. I have been dying to carve up some Xenos.
Bomb is in place, Command. We can make it! Keep going!
The lights will guide us, brothers. Going to kill you soon enough, demon! Hold fast, brother! Withstand the heat and keep moving!
I mean, come on, right? Come on. That's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. And then they show like the multiple editions and stuff. And there are, honestly, there's like a shocking number of editions. Do they have the link to it? No, I'm going to have to look it up. Space Marine 2. They have like a lot. The graph they released was like very confusing. So this is what I was looking for. So they have the game, the pre-order bonus, McCraggie's Chosen DLC, whatever that means. Pre-order bonus, 3-day early unlock. Again, gold edition. You pre-order it, you get early unlock. Booyah. Season pass, get all the DLC included. Makes sense. And then the Ultramarines Champion Pack, whatever that means. Probably just special cosmetics and stuff. And then they expanded it even more with this, so you can see everything
that's there. And now they say 4-day early unlock, so I guess it's even up to 4 days early. So up to 4 days early it'll do that. So all of this to say, it looks, tons of different editions, tons of different stuff, and people are pretty stoked on it because the game looks really, really solid. And like the question you guys asked in the outset when it was like, oh, isn't it interesting how some of these people that like bashed Ubisoft all of a sudden get real quiet about the multiple editions when the game looks really good and they're interested in it. It's like, yeah, I think we're all guilty of that though. Like we all complain and are like, oh, absolutely, I will not support a game that launches above full price. Like it's above $70. And then GTA 6 is going to come out at $100 a pop and we're all going to get real quiet real quickly. Because that's just how it tends to work, unfortunately. We all turn into hypocrites the second we see something we like. But that being said, I think graphically the game looks really, really good. It seems like they've done a lot of work here. In terms of gore, they are not holding back. Like blood, yes. That's going to be the toggle. It's like blood effects, on or off. It's just 100% or 0%. It looks like the customization is pretty solid. There's like a skill tree for all different abilities and stuff. It's pretty vast with all sorts of level scaling. So it looks like each class of Space Marine you will level up separately, which adds a lot of long-term growth, which is good to see, a reason to continue playing. The Bulwark, basically just the tanky boy. And the energy swords, all the different weapons. You can see different XP for individual weapons. So as you level up the weapons, you gain different attachments and things for them. And you work your way up, fighting hordes and hordes and hordes. And then this right here, where is it? Back just a tad. This right here is a Thousand Suns, probably Rubric Marine, I think is what he looks like to me. Not quite a Terminator. Terminators usually have kind of a hood over them. I might actually have one I could show you. So like I'm a big fan of these guys, of Thousand Suns, because they look like ancient Egypt themed Space Marines, which is basically what they are. You can see these were some of the first things I ever painted, some of the first models I ever painted, and so they look like it. I also tried to get like really clever with some of the painting schemes and stuff, and it did not work. Oh, a bunch of these are not even finished. But like, I got Zangors, little Zangors. Focus. There you go. Oh, wait, no, not quite. I gotta like move my head out of the frame and then it focuses. Like little Zangors, and then I've got these Marines, which is basically what these guys are, that you see on screen here. And it'll bug me killing them because, again, they're my favorite army. I just like them because it's all Egypt themed. But I can forgive it. I'll get past it. I'll be okay, guys. It's okay. Oh, look, Luke's shouting from distance again. Hell yeah, professional streamer again. So like this all looks great. And then what was the other thing that caught my eye? Oh yeah, smashing him with a hammer again. So it looks like you're going to be fighting a lot of Thousand Suns. So I'm glad that they're getting some representation. That's good to see. It also looks like there's going to be a melee class because they show the guy swinging a hammer. So it looks like there's going to be a class of melee soldiers, which is going to be pretty cool. Full body destruction, everything. Very goopy. Now, the one thing, having tried the original, that I would be worried about with this game is enemy variety, arena variety, and just overall gameplay variety. You can see this right here. This is a Hellbrute. I actually have a Hellbrute. I don't think he's painted. I'll grab it anyways. Get ready for me to shout from across the room. Okay. Oh, he's like half painted. I did like the blue. I haven't done anything else on him. But these Hellbrutes, they got the big ass hammer and then like the guns and stuff. But usually they have one big hammer on one side. That's this guy you see on screen now. And so they're actual like models and enemies from the tabletop RPG, which is super cool. This gets me excited because it suggests that there's going to be like kind of boss fights within the runs or within the missions. So maybe this is the capstone on the mission. This is the last thing you do is fight the big Hellbrute or something, which is super cool. But it just looks really solid. It looks graphically impressive. It looks polished, which is rare nowadays. And so I think this could be something really special. I think this could do really, really well. They need it to be polished. They need there to be content. But as long as they do that and can maintain this quality level, I think this could be the next Helldivers pretty easily. It could be the next thing that people just obsess over and that gets memed on and that people can't stop playing. Especially hearing that it has a single player and multiplayer, that's going to go a long way for a lot of people, I think. So I also think they know that, which is why, oh, I don't have one of these. These are like the Helldrakes, and this also looks to be a Thousand Suns one. So these are like flying robot bird things. They're pretty trippy. But I get the impression that they know what they have on their hands, and that they know this is something to really follow through on, which is why they've delayed it and taken their time, given them the resources to do it. Now, the devs, Saber, they aren't like the most wildly accomplished studio. Like they do some stuff really, really well. Quiet Place, Jurassic Park Survival, Expeditions, Evil Dead the Game, World War Z Aftermath, SnowRunner. Like they're a huge studio. They have like 2,000 employees or 1,300. Yeah, 1,300 employees. So they have, it's a big team. It's a big team, and they work on a lot of big stuff, but they don't typically do like big critically acclaimed stuff. But this actually looks like it could be a pretty successful game if they were to actually deliver on the core promises. And I mean, they're offering multiple editions because every game nowadays does this. I still don't think anybody should ever pre-order a game. Chances are reviews and previews and stuff will drop well before the deadline for this early access. So you should be able to know whether this game is going to be good before you go about pre-ordering it and stuff. So time will tell. I already ordered the statue because the statue as a Warhammer fan just looks really good and it will fit nicely on my shelf. So I'm basically just getting it for the statue, honestly, but there's that. Let me see this. Let me catch one of these. Judson, they did World War Z. I'm sure it's going to be like that, more advanced, more variety of enemies. Pretty excited about it. Remember, no pre-order. Yeah, as always, don't give them money until you know what you're getting. Like at this point, we've seen trailers that show gameplay, but nobody's actually tried the game to see how it ties together. Because with these types of games, you just never know. You could be seeing the gameplay and it looks really, really good, and then you actually like get your hands on it. It's like, oh, this just doesn't really feel that good. The movement's really clunky. Animations are weird. Controls weird. The aim's off. Like there could be any number of weird things. Yeah.